Hi guys, welcome back to the new video. Today's topic, applications of trigonometry. Today we are going to deal with applications of trigonometry guys, and today's lecture is completely on synopsis of application of trigonometry. And this application of trigonometry is an interlinked chapter of trigonometry which we have learned in the past previous lectures. So this is an interlinked topic, and here in the application of trigonometry we deal with heights and distances, but it is completely linked with trigonometric formulas, trigonometric identities and trigonometric table. I have told you a table guys regarding those angles and involving sine theta, cos theta, etc. And here mostly includes 95% of the topic or the sums which are dealt here are completely based on the trigonometric table and some of the trigonometric formulas like sine theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse, etc. We learned those formulas in the previous lectures, and this applications of trigonometry is completely based on those. Okay guys, shall we start with the lecture? Yes, come on. Applications of trigonometry. Now we'll see the synopsis. First, I'll explain the complete synopsis with a small diagram. Consider a man is here and this is the pillar. A man is here, this is the pillar, and this is the distance between the man and the pillar. Consider this as the height of the pillar BH. Consider this as pillar. The height of the pillar is h, and the distance between the man and the pillar is d. Let it be d. The distance between the man and the pillar is d, and let it be d. And here is the man standing at the position. Consider this position as s. Okay, consider this position as s, and let d be the distance between the man and the pillar, and h be the height of the pillar. Okay, or else we'll consider as a pole, not pillar. We'll consider as a pole, guys. Most of the textbooks are considered as pole, so I'll also take it as pole. Okay guys, consider this as a pole. The height of the pole is h, and the distance between the man and the pole is d, and s be the point where the man is standing, guys. S be the point where the man is the standing. Now applications of trigonometry is completely based on heights and distances. Heights and distances and angles we measure. Applications of trigonometry is completely based on height and distances and angles we measure. Here the angles we measure are the... Okay, first we'll go into the synopsis, then I'll explain about the angles. Which type of angles are being measured and which type of angles are being taken. I'll tell all those guys. Don't get tensed. So here is the man standing at the position S. Consider there is a object here at this position. Consider this position as K. Consider there is an object at the position K. The man is looking in this way, guys. Okay, I'll rub this. Okay, this is nothing. Heights and distances and angles we measure. This is thing which we learn in applications of trigonometry, guys. Heights, distances and angles we measure. This is the thing we learn in applications of trigonometry. Okay guys, are you clear with it? Okay guys, now let it be in this way. Consider this is the angle. Consider this is the line that is connected between. Consider this is a line which is connected between the object and the person's eye. That means the person are standing at the position S is seeing the object at position K. First draw a line in this way. That means the person standing at the position S is seeing the object at position K. The person standing at the position S is seeing the object at K, and this is known as line of sight. Don't worry guys, I'll give the perfect definitions. This is known as line of sight. That means when a person standing at any point seeing an object which is at a distance, at an x distance from the person, the line which connects the person's eye and the object is known as line of sight. That means the sight of a person, that means which is measured from the eye of the person to the object, this is known as line of sight, guys. That means when we are standing here and when we are watching a pole, the line or the view from the eye of our human being to the top of the pole is the line of the sight. We look in this way, guys. When we look the taller objects, we look in this way, and the line of the sight is completely straight towards top of the pole. And when we look in the horizontal direction, the line of the line of sight is completely straight in this direction, and when we look at the top, it's a little slanting. So the person is here, and this is the line of the sight, guys. And line of the sight can be anything like this, like this, like this, like this. The line of the sight can be anything, guys. The line of the sight depends upon the position of the person standing or position of the object. If the person is standing here, guys, consider if the person is standing here, that means this is the position of the person, this is the person's side. We have to consider this as a line of sight. The line of sight will be a straight line, guys, a straight line that is at an angle 30 degrees depending upon the position. This is the line of sight, guys. Okay, guys, are you clear? This is the line of the sight. When the person is watching from a particular point towards an object, this is known as the line of sight, and this is the horizontal range. When the person is standing in when the person is standing straight away, and the range of his eye, when he looks straight without any angle, is known as horizontal range. That means when a person is standing in this way, if he has to look in this way, if he has to look a pillar, an object here, he has to look his eyes upwards towards the object. But this is the straight line, right? 180 degrees means this is the straight line, and this is known as horizontal range. When the person is standing at a particular position, this is the straight line from his eye is known as a horizontal range, which is at 180 degrees. This is completely, I hope, 180 degrees, and this must be some angle. Okay, guys, are you clear with it? This is the horizontal range, guys. When a person is standing at a particular position, the eye view of the person, the view of the person is completely straight. The view of the person is completely straight, but to look an object which is at a higher distance, he just tilt his eyes in the upward direction. He just tilt his eyes to the upward direction to look the top or to look the object. Then the angle of vision changes, guys. Here the angle of vision changes when the person tries to look an object which is at a height of h. But this is the horizontal range. When the person stands at a position and looks an object, this is the line of sight, and this is the horizontal position, guys. This is the horizontal range, we say. Okay, guys, did you get it? This is the horizontal range. Don't worry, guys, I will explain it once again, everything. This is the horizontal range, and this is the distance between the pole pole and the person, guys. Like we have considered D, and D is the distance between the pole and the person standing at particular position, and H is the height of the pole, guys. H is the height of the pole at which the top of the pole is located. This is the complete pole, and I have located here with an object. That means the object is on top of the pole, guys. I hope the object is on top of the pole. That is the reason we have considered H as height of the pole here. Okay, this is the horizontal range. This is the distance between the pole and the person. This is the line of sight, and this is the height of the pole. Okay, guys, once again I will draw the diagram. Just a minute. Person is standing at the position, yes. Person is standing at the position, yes. And here is the pillar which is of height h. Here is the pillar which is of height h, and consider this point as C, and the distance from pillar, the distance from the pole and the person is considered as capital D. We'll consider as capital D. The distance from the person to the pole is considered as capital D, and this is the, when the person looks at top of the pole, when the person looks top of the pole, this is known as the line of sight. When the person looks at a distance somewhat from not to the top of the pole, when the person is looking at this point, then we draw a straight line from this way, and then this becomes the top of the pole. The line which the line or the view from the person's eye to the given particular position is known as line of sight. This is the line we draw from the person's eye to the object that he is looking, that is known as line of sight. If the person is standing at a particular position, this is line of sight, and the horizontal range of his eye, the horizontal range of his eye is also known as horizontal range. The range of his eye, when the person is standing in this way, guys, when the person is standing in this way, when he want to look an object at a particular angle, he has to tilt his eyes up or down depending upon the position of the object. But his eyes, this is known as the horizontal range, guys. This is known as the horizontal range. From this angle he tries to tilt his eyes up or tilt his eyes down, but always the horizontal range remains same as this way, that is 180 degrees. The horizontal range never changes, that is 180 degrees. And this is the angle of, just a minute, when the person is looking top of the tower, or when the person is looking from surface to the top, is known as angle of elevation. This angle is known as angle of elevation, guys. This line is known as an horizontal range. The line is known as horizontal range, and the angle between the horizontal range and the line of sight is known as angle of elevation. When the person, this condition is when the person is looking from the ground to top, that means bottom to top, man. When the person is looking from bottom to top, that means looking at the top of the pole, that is known as angle of elevation. The angle between the horizontal range and the line of sight, when the man is looking to the top of the pole, is known as angle of elevation. This is considered as angle of elevation, guys. Okay, now for a small change, okay guys, did you get it? Let me check the video is recording or not. Just a minute, guys. Yeah, it's getting recorded. Okay guys, the angle between the line of the sight and horizontal range is known as, this angle is known as angle of elevation. The angle between the line of the sight and horizontal range is known as angle of elevation. For suppose let we think, guys, we'll change the position of the person and object. Now we'll take the person here, standing here, and watching an object here. The person is standing here and watching an object here. That means we'll take an example. The person is standing on the pole and watching a flower which is on the road. The person is standing on the pole and watching a flower which is on the road, guys. Then we have to calculate the angle of depression. That means this is here the person is standing. For your vision I have drawn big. Here the person is standing and his eyes are bending downwards to watch a flower here which is on the road. That means when his eyes are straight, this is the horizontal range of the person. In the first, what we have discussed in the first question is angle of elevation means the line of sight. This is the line of sight of the person. When the person is standing here and watching the flower which is on the road is known as line of sight, and the angle which is made by the line of sight to the horizontal range is known as angle of depression. When we are watching upwards, it is known as angle of elevation, and when we are watching downwards, it is known as angle of depression. Okay guys, I'll write down here, just a minute. It is known as angle of depression. When the person is standing at the top of the pole and watching a flower at the bottom, it is known as angle of depression. Angle of depression means the angle made by the line of sight and horizontal range. Here line of sight means this is completely downwards, and horizontal range means the eye range or the view range of the person, which is horizontally, that is 180 degrees. Here these terms are really important guys: horizontal angle, horizontal range, angle of depression, angle of elevation. That only completely depends. If we keep solving problems, you will get more clarity about this guys. Okay, this is angle of elevation. When we are here, okay, this is angle of elevation when the person is standing on the road and watching a flower which is on the pillar. Then the angle between the line of sight and horizontal range in that condition is known as angle of elevation. Now in the second condition, when the person is standing on the pillar and the watching a flower which is on the road, then the angle between the line of sight and horizontal range is known as angle of depression guys. Okay guys, did you get it? That is known as angle of elevation, and this is known as angle of depression. And this is the horizontal range, and this horizontal range can be considered as this also. When the person is standing here, we'll consider when the person is standing here, this is the horizontal range, and this can be, if the height of the person is given, then this should be considered guys. If the height of the person is given, then this should be considered. If the height of the person is not given, and then this can be negligible, and the angle can be taken from this point. That means on the road, the angle can be taken from the road. When the person's height is given, then it should be considered. Okay guys, I am rubbing it, just a minute. This chapter looks complex, but while solving problems, it becomes really easy, guys. Believe me. Okay, just a minute, guys. Just a minute, guys. I'll draw you a clear diagram. Okay guys, now a person is standing here, and a person is standing here on the point S and looking at an flower which is on the pillar at point P. A person is standing on the point S and looking at a pillar, looking at a flower which is on the pillar at point P. Now this is the consider this as D. That means distance. This is the distance between flower, or distance between the pillar, no, yeah, pole and person. This is the distance between the pole and person, distance between the pole and person, and this is height of the pole. Guys, this is the height of the pole, height of the pole, and this is angle of elevation. The line, this is the line of sight the person is watching from his eyes towards the flower which is at the point of, which is at point P at the pole, and this is the angle of elevation, the angle between the horizontal range. Here horizontal range of the person is this, but I have considered this because here I am taking height of the person is negligible. I am taking here as height of the, height is negligible, I am considering height is negligible, so you can take from the bottom. If height is negligible, then it can be, the angle can be taken from here, boys. Okay, if the height is negligible, it can be taken from here, guys. Okay, and this is the angle of elevation. When the person is standing at the position S and watching the flower at P, the angle made by the horizontal range and line of sight is known as angle of elevation, and this is known as line of sight. This is known as line of sight, guys, and this is about this diagram. And while coming to this diagram, a person is standing at a position A. Guys, is it visible? Just a minute, let me check. Yes, it's visible. Consider a boy is standing at a position A and watching a flower which is at the position B. Okay, we'll go for B, which is at a position B. This is the horizontal range. The eye range of the boy, straight line towards front and back, is considered as the horizontal range. This is considered as the horizontal range of the person, boy. That is known, horizontal range is also known as horizontal level. This is known as, I always consider as the horizontal range. This is known as the horizontal range of the boy. Okay guys, this is known as the horizontal range of the boy. Just a minute. This is known as the horizontal range of the boys, and here the boy is looking towards the flower which is at position B. Now this is the horizontal range, and here height of the boy is negligible, so it can be taken from here. When the height of the person is negligible, it can be taken from the point towards when the line of sight starts. If height of the person is included, then this height of the person should also be calculated, guys. This is really important. Height of the height is always negligible. When in the particular question height of the person is given, then you should take the height of the person. If height of the person is not given in the question, then you can say that the height is negligible according to that particular question. Okay guys, if given, you have to take it for sure. Now here height is negligible. Now I am just neglecting this height, so I am taking it from here. Now this is the horizontal range. When I am neglecting my height, this is the horizontal range, guys. When the height is neglected, this is the horizontal range, and this is the line of sight. When the height is neglected, guys, This is the line of, in maximum questions height is neglected, in one or two questions the height is included. We'll solve that type of questions also, then you will get an idea about those. Here height is neglected, and this is the line of sight, guys. This is the line of sight for this question. This diagram, line of sight, the view of the person from his eye towards the object which is located on the ground. This is the line of the sight. And consider this angle. This angle is known as, the angle between the line of the sight and horizontal range is known as angle of depression. Angle of depression, when the boy is watching from a point A, which is on the top of the pole, towards the flower which is on the road. When he is when he is watching downwards, it is considered as angle of depression. When he is watching upwards, it is considered as angle of elevation. This is completely considered as x, distance between the person and, this is considered as the distance between the flower, guys, not the person. Sorry. This is considered as the distance between the flower and pole. This is considered as the distance between the flower and pole. Okay, this is the height. This is considered as the height of the pole. Okay guys, this is the complete diagram here. Once again, I am repeating with short. Angle of elevation means the angle between the horizontal range of the person and line of sight. Then line of sight means the view of the person which is watching towards the object. Now here flower is taken as object, and this is the person. This is the view of the person, and h is the height of the pole, and the distance between the pole and the person is considered as d. And I am taking these alphabets for roughly, guys. It can be taken any way. And this is the line of the sight, the view of the person. The line of the sight is also said to be the view of the person from his eye to the object which he is viewing, that is upwards or downwards, that now depends. The line of the sight remains same. And angle of depression means when the person is watching downwards, then it is considered as depression. When the person is watching upwards, then it is considered as angle of elevation, guys. And this is the horizontal range. The view range is 180 degrees of a person, and the horizontal range is considered as a really important chapter, a really important one while doing this. When height is given, horizontal range should be there. That means the height of the person should also be included, and then when the height, now here for example we'll take that height of the person is given. Height of the person is not neglected, guys. Now height of the person is not neglected. That means I have to take the angle from the view of the eye of the person, like this. Then this will be my angle of elevation. When height is neglected, then it can be taken from the ground and it can be taken from the pillar. Now if height is taken, now my angle of elevation will be, now I am standing here, my angle of elevation will be this. Now my angle of depression will be in this way, guys, somewhere here. I hope am I correct? Just a minute. Yeah, that's it. When my horizontal range is here, when the horizontal range is taken here, you can get more clarity. When the horizontal range is taken and when the height is not neglected, then it should be taken from the eye, like this. When the height is neglected, it can be, when the height is neglected, it can be taken from the bottom. That is really easy. And most of the questions, height is neglected. One or two questions only height is included of the person, but they'll mention in the question that height of the person is this much, etc. So there is no problem in this. Here this is angle of depression. When we watch, when the height is neglected, this is angle of depression. When the height is included, this is angle of depression. Okay guys, did you get it? Yes, this is angle of depression, and this is angle of depression when the height is neglected and when the height is not neglected. This diagram is very important, guys. Copy it or take a screenshot. I am giving you 1 minute time, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. So this is the complete synopsis of this application of trigonometry. I have completed in the single diagram, guys. That means if I start saying the complete chapter or regarding that synopsis and all, it will be more confused, and that is the reason why I have shortened in this diagram. Then you can get more clarity from this diagram, and while solving the sums you will be more comfortable, guys. While solving the sums you will feel more comfortable, no problem. Okay, guys, is it done? Okay, guys, shall we move now? Have you guys copied it? Guys, have you done it? Okay, guys, now we'll solve one or two questions, then you will get more clarity. Just a minute, let me get the questions. Okay, guys, the first question is, from a point 20 meters away from the foot of the tower, from the point 20 meters away from the foot of the tower, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is, the angle of elevation of top of the tower is 30 degrees. And now question is, find the height of the tower. From the point 20 meters away from the foot of the tower. First, in this application of trigonometry, the most important thing is, after reading the question, read the question once or twice, but after reading the question, draw the diagram. Then it will give you more and more clarity, guys. Drawing the diagram, you will get answer in very fast, and you will get the answer in few seconds. Okay, first I am going to draw the diagram. From the point 20 meters away from the foot of the tower. This is the first thing, from the point 20 meters away from the foot of the tower. First I am considering a point. This is 20 meters away. This is, I am considering a point, yes, which is 20 meters away from the foot of the tower. I am considering this as the foot of the tower, and this is 20 meters away. This is considered as the tower. Okay guys, now the angle of elevation of the top of the tower. Here they have specially mentioned that angle of elevation of top of the tower. Top of the tower means you have to think that the person is standing here. You have to just imagine in your mind that the person is standing here. Height of the person is not included here, so it can be neglected, and the angle can be taken from here. So I am drawing a line to the top of the tower. This is the top of the tower. That means the angle of elevation of tower, they have mentioned here, to the top of the tower is 30 degrees. Angle of elevation means this is considered as the horizontal range when height is neglected. This line is considered as the horizontal range. So height is neglected. So we are taking this as the horizontal range. And the line of sight, the point here the person is standing and viewing a point at the top of the tower. That means this becomes a line of sight. This angle is 30 degrees. This angle is 30 degrees. Now consider this as S, and I am marking a point, this as A, this as B. No problem, anything you can take. So we have to find the height of the tower. Let us consider the height as H. Now comes the main topic. You guys have to revise the formulas of trigonometry and the trigonometric tables. First, what is the thing is needed? Height of the tower is needed, guys. That means here the angle is given. Here the angle is given. This is hypotenuse to the angle. I am considering the angle. Consider this A is equals to 30 degrees. Consider the angle A. When the angle is taken here, this is opposite. If you are not aware of this type of angles, go to the YouTube and you can see my videos regarding the trigonometry. And I have said this topic in the lecture 1 or 2. You will get there. You will get complete clarity about this trigonometry. So please go and watch that video before getting this topic. I am taking angle A at point S. A is equal to 30 degrees, and when angle is taken here, the opposite is this. AB is opposite and this is adjacent. BS is adjacent and AS is hypotenuse. AS is hypotenuse. Now what we have first, what is needed? Opposite angle is needed. That means AB is equals to question mark. We have BS. BS is equals to 20 meters, and we have the angle. Here we are having the angle A is equals to 30 degrees. We are having opposite and we are having adjacent. Now try to get a relation regarding this 3. I am writing it here again. We want AB. AP is opposite to the angle, guys. Exactly opposite. This is adjacent and this is hypotenuse. So we need opposite. And we have BS. BS we have, that is adjacent. And we have the angle A is equals to 30 degrees. Now try to get a relation based on this. Opposite is needed, adjacent is given, and angle is given. Okay guys, I am giving you 30 seconds time. Try to get that relation fast. This is a bit easy, guys. Come on, try to get it. Okay, I am giving you a clue, and this is from the trigonometry. We have learned 6 formulas in the beginning of the chapter. I have drawn a triangle and explained regarding this chapter, regarding this formulas. Try to recollect those in the beginning of the chapter, guys. In the first lecture of trigonometry, I have mentioned in the first lecture of trigonometry, guys. Okay guys, I have opposite, I have adjacent, and I have the angle. So can we write tan theta is equals to opposite by adjacent? Can it be written? Tan theta is equals to opposite by adjacent. So I'm rubbing the question guys so I can do the problem here. I have this space is not enough. Okay, tan theta is equals to opposite by adjacent. That means what is the opposite side? Opposite side is AB, we have considered as H, so we need that. And what is the adjacent side? Adjacent side is 20. What is tan theta? What is the value of theta? Theta, that means angle A. What is the value of A? 30 degrees. That means tan 30 degrees is equals to H by 20. Tan 30 is equals to 1 by root 3 is equals to H by 20, and take with the cross multiplication. 20 into 1 is equals to H root 3, and 20 is equals to H root 3, and H is equals to 20 by root 3. That means the height of the tower is equals to 20 by root 3 meters. The height of the tower is equals to 20 by root 3. 20 by root 3 guys. The height of the tower is equals to 20 by root 3 meters. This is the way we solve. Here the most important thing is drawing the diagram is the one, and after drawing the diagram remembering the angle and pointing this opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent, and after the pointing you have to write it for better clarification. After pointing those opposite, hypotenuse and adjacent in the given triangle, write those. Opposite is needed, adjacent is given, this is the given angle. So this three should be in our mind. Only these three should be in our mind, and we have to think the formula regarding this three should be included. So opposite by adjacent means we can take tan, and opposite by adjacent angle is given, and it can be solved in this way. Okay guys. Okay guys, is it done? If you want, take a screenshot. Take a screenshot or copy the problem. Doing these problems gives you more practice. So the chapter will be easy guys, don't worry. The synopsis, if you read the synopsis from the NCERT textbook, you will enjoy it guys. The content is very less, but it is given in an elaborated way by giving different kinds of examples. But I have taken only two examples guys. I have taken only two examples, one on angle of depression and one on angle of elevation, and I have completed the whole synopsis. So it should be simple, right? It is given elaboratively, but I want to convey the content in a simple way, that but you should understand the content guys. So this is the synopsis, and this problem I have done just for your clarification. So while doing a problem, then you will get taught that how to approach a problem from an application of trigonometry, how to use these formulas. This is that for the lecture guys. And for the next from the next lectures we will be doing continuously problems on applications of trigonometry, and most probably within two lectures we'll complete all the problems from NCERT. You will enjoy those problems guys. I promise you, you will enjoy those problems. So this is it for the video. Okay guys, for to the next video I'll get in within 2 days. I'll get all the problems. I'll get different kinds of problems guys from the NCERT textbooks and out of the NCERT textbooks also, but the content is completely related to NCERT only. Content is completely related to NCERT, and problems will be also very interesting. I'll get all the problems guys. I'll get good problems for you. Okay. If you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for the further videos, guys. Okay guys, take care. Bye bye.